Thanks for clicking. You're listening to Time In with yours truly, Tommy Crenshaw. With me, is a man who has taught chimpanzees how to card count in Vegas and won a lot of money at it too, Mr. Ricardo Lungus.
I don't teach them how to count cards, Tommy. I just teach them that there are a certain number of cards in the deck, and you have to look out for which cards have been played. They're not counting the cards. Counting the cards. They technically say counting cards is not illegal. But if they catch you counting cards, then they'll ask you to leave very nicely by 5 large Sicilian fellas. I'm just saying, but I don't care how many Sicilians you have. 5 Sicilian fellas, large Sicilian guys, are not as strong as one chimpanzee. That's one thing I know for a fact. I've seen it with my own 2 eyes. And chimpanzees are smart. They're very smart ape. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that they're counting cards. I'm just saying that they know how many cards should be in the deck, and when a card has been played, they know that there should be some more in another place. That's all I'm saying, Tommy. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, but how do the chimpanzees get into Vegas? I have a theory. How they get in the casinos? The people at the door. Listen. You brought up a good point. The Italians, they were running Vegas for a while, the mob specifically, and the Greeks got involved, and then Turkish people, a lot of hairy people were involved in basically Vegas becoming Vegas. So maybe the thing is they thought that this was just another hairy nationality. Maybe this is some country in the hills someplace, and or they were afraid that if they were going to start discriminating, that they were going to discriminate against all hairy. That's my theory. You got a theory?
Hey, you pulled me in a nice pinstripe seersucker suit. It's just Tony from down the block. That's all that is. That's all you say. You got big old Mark, old Mark Sankrilios, his knuckles drag on the ground anyway. What's the difference? Short, hairy, sometimes angry. But hey, when it comes to the cards, he's smart where it counts. Smart up top. Maybe not smart with the mouth talking, but it's gonna be smart. It's indistinguishable. Personally, neither one, Mark or the chimpanzee, understands the word indistinguishable. So that's what I'm trying to say, Tommy. It works out perfectly.
Yeah. Well, okay. I'm glad. I thought you were going to say that you shaved them, and they just went in there. I don't know what a shaved chimpanzee would look like. You got to
at least put a fake mustache on them. The mustache, just a big mustache. Everybody likes a big fake mustache. Nobody questions it.
Yeah. It worked for Tom Selleck, and it worked for
Sam Elliott.
Yeah, and Smokey. Or the Bandit. One of them.
The Bandit.
That's
what I'm saying.
Yeah, so anyway, so I digress. But we got to introduce our other host. Is a man who reenacts the Battle of Pearl Harbor with lizards in remote control planes. Mr. Anthony North.
How you doing, Tommy? Look, here's the thing, all right? I wouldn't call it reenacting, okay? It's just, in my spare time, right? As a cruise ship captain for the absolutely worthy, I take them down to Pearl Harbor, and I say, look, a beautiful place here, and then I show them my lizard collection. Because, everybody knows lizards love the sea. It's a beautiful place. The lizards can swim. If you go back far enough, I think lizards can fly. And breathe fire. So I take him down. We do a little fire experiment, but we never talk about the day that will live in infamy. That's not what it's about, Tommy. It's not some kind of World War II reenactment. It's a celebration of life. That's what it is. And by celebration of life, I mean lizards. Lizards' lives are beautiful. They eat all the little insects, all the treats. Insects and lizards. Both big treat fans. Toss them some crumbs.
Hey, yo, I mean, you cut yourself short, Anthony. You cut yourself short. I've seen the reenactment. I've seen what happens. I've seen, like the cinematography alone is just beautiful. All I'm saying is 1,000 times better than what that dude, that dude that made the movie Pearl Harbor, Michael Bay. Like, 1,000 times better than Michael Bay. I mean, yours is even slightly realistic. Even though there's lizards in there, it's more realistic than that Michael Bay film. That's all I'm trying to say, Anthony. That's all I'm trying to say.
Ricardo, I appreciate that. I mean, if there's anything that I strive for in life, it's to make better cinema than Michael Bay. And I'm happy if I can do it. I mean, sometimes the budget is not what you would hope for, right? But look, I mean, they're making some major improvements in handheld camcorders these days. And I've got about 64 of them, and I pass them out to the crowd. And we do a little contest. We see who can make the best film with me and my lizards out in the ocean. And turns out, I look good in the light. I mean, it's just something about the sunsets at Pearl Harbor in the evenings. It's a beautiful thing. I mean, it's gorgeous. I mean, you got every color you can imagine shining off the top of my dome, and it looks good on film. I mean, that's all there is to it.
Yeah.
Yo, personally, I like your remake of Bad Boys with a bullfrog and a iguana. That was beautiful. That's what I'm saying. What you saying, Tommy?
No, I was just gonna say the lizard thing is actually pretty ingenious. Because if one of them happens to miss the USS Omaha and his left paw flies off, it will regenerate. They're regenerative creatures, and it's just. I mean, you could always re-rack them. You guys go again, let them regenerate and go back at. I mean, it's pretty smart. You couldn't do it with poodles. I mean, if you had a poodle flying the poodle. I mean, that just would be a bloody mess. And like the poodle hair catching fire, it just like it would look very different. And the kids would come screaming.
Tommy,
your
it's
kid
always poodles on fire with you, Tommy. Every single time, just poodles.
Come on, Ricardo. That's not what I'm saying at all. What I'm saying, it's good. It's not. Take those sponge cakes out of your ear holes and listen to what I'm saying. There was this time I was playing mini golf down in Atlantic City, and the guy at the front, he said, "Beware of hole number 5, wink, wink." And we just kind of like laughed it off or whatever, and just, holes 1 through 4 went pretty good. And then Vinny gets up on hole number 5, and just out of nowhere, this poodle dressed up as Rambo comes flying down on a zip line with a fire arrow, and Vinny had to slap it out of the poodle's paw, and then the fire went into the little fella's poodle fro, and the thing caught fire, and it was listen, that was not a memory I like to relive.
All I want to know, all I'm saying, you talking about poodles burning, which makes me think of hot dogs, which makes me think of Joey Chestnut. Yeah, I mean, a burning poodle isn't a vegan hot dog.
I appreciate you commandeering the host situation
there. Look, anything to get us away from talking about dogs on fire and Japanese and Pearl Harbor. I mean, come on. Like, Ricardo's doing us all a favor, steering us in the right direction. And the right direction is Joey Chestnut's deep throat. That's where we're headed.
That man can swallow a bunch of hot dogs. That's what I'm trying to say. He takes them down. And him and Kobayashi, speaking of Japanese, they're about to hit it to the head. You know what I'm saying? I mean, straight down the gullet. Who can swallow the most vegan hot dogs?
Wait. Vegan? What's a vegan hot dog?
It's like a hot dog that grew in the forest. I don't know. It's just like made from tree bark and like dirt and stuff like that. I mean, but some people put some hot sauce on it, maybe some ketchup and some mustard and some pickles and whatnot.
The only hot dog eating contest I know of is straight beef. I mean, come on, it's got to be straight beef. It's not, if it's not Nathan's, it's not a hot dog. I mean, if you ask me.
I mean, it could be the ballpark. I mean, ballpark makes good hot dogs too. But I'm just saying, it's one of those things, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I mean, everybody's going out to Coney Island. I go to Asbury Park, and we got chicken hot dogs, and those are pretty good. And you get those. We happen to celebrate on the 5th of July after the hot dogs go on sale, and that's it's a lot of fun. You just start the party a day earlier without the food. You bring the hooch, and everybody's happy. But to kind of rewind this thing, this is the classic 4th of July celebration. This is where all these people shove the competitive eating circuit. Sponsors along with Nathan's Hot Dogs, Coney Island. So basically, it's everybody knows what this is. What am I saying? You're just a bunch of people eating hot dogs and as quickly as you can. And so the rock stars of the game are not going to be there. The big one, Joey Chestnut, signed a deal with some vegan company that's making hot dogs out of hay. Or something like that. Soybeans, mushrooms. Which mushrooms doesn't make sense because mushrooms grow from things that come out of animals. If you know what I mean. So I don't think you could be a vegan and really enjoy a good mushroom. Maybe that's just me. So he's gonna do a Netflix thing with Kobayashi, and everybody's gonna. Who really cares about this stuff? I mean, this is just. This is. I think this is a way for us to forget about NASCAR and things like that. But anyway, let's talk about some. Wait.
I mean, look here. All right. So Joey Chestnut, July 4th hero. I mean, this is a man. Every 4th of July, you can go back to all the way back to practically 2010. This guy's won a hot dog eating contest of Nathan's on the boardwalk on the 4th of July. It's unbelievable. I mean, they've been doing this since 1979, but nobody knows anything about that. All they know is Joey Chestnut. That's it. I mean, Joey Chestnut is hot dog eating. If you take the Joey Chestnut out of hot dog eating, what's America coming to? If you're not even going to have beef in your hot dogs, and we're going to eat soybeans and talk about mushrooms and dog poop, this is all this story is to me. It's just this is a story about dog poop, and by dog poop I mean Joey Chestnut. May as well just get himself a shovel and scoop the mushrooms right out of the forest in his dumb big mouth. Because I'm not watching this man eat a vegan hot dog, Tommy. I don't care. Netflix wants $65 a month to watch Joey Chestnut eat fake hot dogs. Absolutely not.
Yeah, I think the saving grace is that he's not doing it on the 4th of July. And because that's for patriotic people like myself, that's when we hunker down and we watch Lee Greenwood concerts on VHS. And, we blast off Chinese fireworks out the window and eat some sushi.
And a whole slab of ribs. Yeah, I mean, you got to have a whole slab of ribs just for yourself on July 4th. Yeah, a whole slab of ribs, Chinese fireworks, a bunch of eel rolls, spicy. And that's the way you do it. That's the way you do it. And Lee Greenwood. Because, I'm proud to be American, because, I'm free. That's what I'm trying to say here, Tommy. That's what I'm trying to say. I would eat a vegan hot dog. I will. I eat pretty much whatever somebody puts on the plate. I ain't cooking it. I'm just saying. As long as it's on the plate and it doesn't taste too horrible, I will shove it down my gullet. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, with a beautiful smile. I mean, I must say, a beautiful smile.
Oh, thank you.
That's because you're a true patriot. And y'all one up you there. I'm such a patriot, I would eat Lee Greenwood on the 4th of July.
Slather with some barbecue sauce. That's what I'm saying. I'll say, the Lee Greenwood, the myth, the man, the legend. Speaking of myths, Mr. Christian McCaffrey, he says that the Madden cover is a curse, is a myth. And he in there. He's gonna be the cover of 25. I'm saying there's a little bit of myth here, there's a little bit of myth there, a little bit of truth, a little bit of hey, things happen, bad things happen. But some people that did it, they won Super Bowls. So I'm saying,
well, here's the thing, no, dude, you gotta understand how jinxes and curses work there, Ricardo. Because listen, you could easily say this is not a curse or a jinx, and as soon as you do, it becomes one. Because it doesn't look like it was one, and he's like, "Oh, I'm not going to get hurt." And now he doesn't know how to play that game. And so the question is, what injury is he going to have? I think it's going to be a thyroid. I think he's going to strain a thyroid.
I saw somebody do that one time. You gotta stretch it out first. Honestly, you can't just go in there with just a tight thyroid. You gotta stretch it. And a guy pulled it one time. His ears drooped down. It was really weird looking. I don't understand what happened with that. But and Christian McCaffrey. I think he could play with lower ears. I think he could run through it. I'm just saying. I'm just hoping he doesn't explode his gallbladder or something like that, because a really bad gallbladder issue. It can sideline you. That's what I'm trying to say.
As far as I know, his gallbladder's in good shape. But the thing is, Christian McCaffrey is the kind of guy that's known for suffering injuries. And I think this man's just testing fate. When you say that the Madden curse is a myth, it's not a myth, it's a curse. You got to get things straight, all right, man? If we call it a curse, it's a curse. A myth's a myth. A curse is not a myth. A myth is not a curse. Get it right. But here's the thing. A torn Achilles, that's a real thing. Torn ACL, that's a real thing. I'm not saying that's going to happen to Christian McCaffrey. I'm just saying that they probably will. But look, he's got a big contract. The 49ers did what no one else will do. And they said, look, McCaffrey, we'll give you $20 million a year to play running back in the NFL. Anyone else? I'm giving you $2.4 million with about 65 incentives that you can make. You run for 2,500 yards, we'll give you $30. So look, McCaffrey's doing things no one else can do. So maybe this guy breaks the curse, but I don't see it happening. I see the Niners going 9-8. McCaffrey tearing ligaments in week 4, and Brock Purdy getting traded. That's what I see happening.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good prediction. So once again, we're going around the room. I think I got cut off by some melee conversation describing what we're doing, and so we're going around the room. Ricardo, we talked about the Olympics briefly, but one part of the Olympics we didn't talk about before is Paris. And listen, we're not a political. I've always talked about my stance, a political group here. But, Paris, has this big climate pledge, which, is great on paper. We don't even use paper because that's, against the whole thing. They store it in their memory banks and, less carbon. But they are going without AC and, the big sex palace. Excuse me, I'm sorry, kids listen to this. The village. That's what they just call it, the village.
Olympic village.
But it's where all the athletes, where they go to party and, come back with certain, little dots on their lips, wink, wink. You know what I'm talking about. But, so what do you think about this? Is the Olympic Village, is that a thing of the past?
No, they still got the Olympic. See, I agree with the Parisians. See, all I know is that AC makes us weak. Me, I never use air conditioning. Air conditioning, I barely use heat. The only heat I really use is like those little hand warmers, and I got me a really thick blanket, a really thick comforter. Everybody's out there, I need heat, I need cooling. Hey, man up. Do your job. Who needs all that? Who needs all that extra stuff? That's what I'm trying to say. Just get out there, do your athletic job. Your body, you're an athlete. Your body is honed to the top of the honingness. And your body should be able to adjust. Wham, bam, thank you, bam, just like that. Especially when they're having fun in the Olympic Village. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. Just adjust.
Yeah, look, this message brought to you by Eliud Kipchoge, the two-time Olympic champion marathon runner from Kenya, says everybody should learn to adjust. That's the thing. We're solid athletes. Look, this is a marathon runner from Kenya. I'll tell you, that's not who I'm concerned about. Who I'm concerned about are the shot putters from the Nordics. That's what I'm concerned about. What about the people who just put heavy things by their necks, spin in circles, pedals and push the thing, and are accustomed to 65-degree weather year round. I mean, what about them? I mean, have we thought about the Finnish shot putters? Because I'm worried about them. I mean, I don't know. Like the French say, we got underwater geothermal cooling. We're gonna have cool water. So what? It's 106 outside. We got cool water. I mean, I don't know. The last time I was standing outside, it was 106. Somebody handed me some cool water. I threw it in their face, and I went inside and got myself some nice old American air conditioning. I don't know, Tommy. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, you can't put that cool water in a bottle. Like, I mean, what's the delivery system? Is it wood? I mean, come on. I mean, you just can't win this thing. And also, talking about, like, who probably couldn't handle it. What about the Canadian curling team that is going to be so blasted out of their mind they don't realize that they're at the wrong Olympics? And, they show up there at the party, because Joy Depardieu invites them. And, I mean, I'm just saying that there's others there that probably won't enjoy that sauna fest. But I think the French, I think listen, I think this is an advantage for them because, they're used to all the body odors. I mean, that's the thing. If you go to France, it smells. Not all France, parts of it. There's lots of great Bordeaux's wonderful. Versailles is nice. Franceville is good. There's parts of it. But the armpit of France, which is also known as Paris, they got a little Statue of Liberty in Paris, right on the river. Why? Anyway, that's neither here nor there. But the point is that they all got the body smells and they're used to them. So you got somebody from like somebody from, I don't know, pick a country. What's a country where people don't really smell bad?
Sweden.
I mean,
Everybody in Sweden smells great. I don't know what it is. The Swedes smell great. It is excellent. I mean, they should they should bottle up that body odor and give it to the rest of the world. I mean, Paris would benefit from some Swedish body odor. Look, French people are awful. French people smell. I mean, come on. I mean,
I wasn't going that far. I didn't.
It's
say
hard
that
to explain until you've actually smelled it. But look, I mean, this is why no one dates French women. I mean, it's forbidden in many countries and frowned upon in others.
Yeah, okay. I will not. Timer does not endorse those statements, but I was just saying that we can agree that they're smelly people, and that if somebody from Sweden goes down there and takes a whiff of that, they're going to say, "I know why you invented perfume." But anyway, anyway, we got to get moving on here. We got to talk about the French trying to get an advantage by cranking up the smellies, and also
and that too. I mean, not to mention the fact they said, look, if you want air conditioning, you can bring your own. You ever tried dragging an air conditioning unit with you on a cross-world flight? I mean, this is ridiculous. What are you supposed to do? You're supposed to walk down the street with an air conditioner tied to your back. I mean, come on. They're just trying to wear out all the countries with better athletes by saying, if you want to be cool at night, you're going to have to bring your own AC unit. And guess what? We don't even use alternating current. This is a joke. I mean, this is absolutely a joke.
Yeah, you're gonna have to get one of those weird like 5-prong things that looks like the genitalia of a camel, and you're like, I don't know how this really fits. And it's and all of a sudden their outlet has like a little tuft of hair, and you're like, I don't even understand this country. But okay, so let's pull this thing back in.
Well, the biggest thing I want to talk. The next thing I want to talk about, we'll talk about it. We can end on this if we want to. It's about whole old Hurley rejected the Lakers job. I can understand that. I mean, because unless you're close personal friends with LeBron, you might as well just go ahead and not take that job. That's all I'm trying to say. Unless LeBron comes out and picks you personally, you might as well not take that job. That's all I'm saying.
Well, look here. I'm saying this thing is completely made up. The thing about this is Woj put this thing out, right? Adrian Wojnarowski, the NBA, Mr. Clairvoyant, who also happened to write a biography about little Mr. Hurley's dad. I mean, come on. This thing is all in the family. Hurley told Woj, put a story out, say that I'm thinking about taking the Lakers job, right? And set up a meeting. I'd like to take a trip to Los Angeles. I mean, I've won 2 straight national championships. That's not enough leverage for me. Say that I'm going to coach LeBron and win 65 championships in the NBA. And then at the last minute, I turned the job down because I've got too much love for UConn. I just love living in Storrs, Connecticut. This is the most beautiful place in the world. Nobody wants to coach the Lakers. I mean, give me a break. This thing's completely made up, Ricardo. Nothing true about this whatsoever.
I mean, it may not be true. I'm just saying. I mean, I just don't want. If they asked me, Ricardo Lungus, to coach the Lakers, I'd be like, what does LeBron say? I mean, I don't care about anybody else on the team. What does LeBron say? Does LeBron say I get the money? Does LeBron say he will listen to me somewhat, kind of, sort of? I mean, that's what I want to know. That's why I really, that's my whole thing. And I mean, old Hurley went back to coach where he was because, he's making less money. But, he has the power. He has the power where he's at. And if he goes to the NBA, he has no power. He's at the scrutiny of LeBron. And you know what happens? LeBron gets him fired, and then he goes and he starts coaching like North Dakota State or something like that. And that's what's going to happen. It's the ruin of his career.
Listen, let me break in here. I think that Mark Stoops is going to be the next coach of the Lakers. That's what I think is going to happen because, that's what the rumor mill generates.
Look here, you think Mark Stoops is going to leave the fine country of Kentucky? That's right, I mean country. I mean a beautiful bluegrass commonwealth for the Lakers. No, look, the Lakers are a bad job. I mean, if you think about all the guys who have quit the Lakers, I mean, we'd have a list 10 miles long. The last good coach the Lakers had was Phil Jackson, all right? Phil Jackson's been gone for about 2 decades, all right? Shaquille O'Neal would be a better option to me. I mean, if there's any man that another man's going to listen to, it's Shaquille O'Neal. You're not going to understand a word he says, but when he points and he grunts, you're going to do what the man grunts you to do, all right? And that's all you need. I mean, the Lakers didn't listen to Darvin Ham, and he spoke very clearly. He wrote things sometimes on his little whiteboard, and other times he just pointed at it and yelled things. But look, LeBron's LeBron, all right? LeBron's the coach. He's the owner. He's the manager. LeBron calls the shots, Tommy. You don't need Mark Stoops. You already got LeBron. He can be his coach, player, owner, manager. That's all you need.
Hey, you heard it here first, folks. LeBron, coach/player. Hey, I mean, he's the only one who won't fire himself. And that's the end of the game. Thanks for clicking and tuning in to Time In with me, Ricardo Lungus. With me, Anthony North, Crenshaw. TTFN.